So the lithium battery is going to be here. I need to 3D print the plastic pieces, corner pieces, with the small surface what comes below the battery, between the battery and the floor, so the battery is not rocking here. This original design is a little bit weird, like you have the plywood piece here, what is molded, or there is mold on the plywood, and then you have the lead acid battery here, wet battery, and then it's rocking here because the floor is, this is something like 5 millimeters up, so then it's rocking here, and yeah, and I don't want to make any holes on the floor because there is the floor is heated. There is pipes going somewhere, but I don't know where, but there is pipe somewhere. So I don't want to make any extra holes. There is 2 screws over there. I maybe just use those. These plastic pieces, corner brackets, have also maybe the screws under the cover. I changed this whole damn thing and I use like 1 or 2 screws. So the battery is not rocking or moving and everything is nice and clean. There is a lot of wires what are going. This is the main power cable right now here. There is a little bit extra, I don't know. I'm going to rotate like nicely from the behind because this couch is basically lifting up and down, so it need to be maybe just coming from here straight here, and then I'm just making the plywood piece or something for the fuse, and then I glue that piece to the floor, and then I screw this main fuse to the piece, so we don't destroy the floor. This is a little bit like I'm pretty sure that this plastic floor is basically watertight. From there is lip or the corners and everything is like it's. So if we want to, we can just get like, I'm pretty sure we can just get the like some like curtain rail here. Maybe just put it like here, then here, then here, and then on the floor, the door, straight here. But then it's like, this is pretty useless. Like, yeah, there is the faucet here, but and then there is big hole here. I don't know for what. Maybe second faucet or the shower head must be, or can be installed here. But overall, I think it's pretty damn useless for us. We have the water boiler and everything, so if we want to take the shower, I will maybe just do it like there is the shower head mount on the wall, and no faucet, no sink, nothing like that, and it clears good amount of room here, because if I'm standing here, I have something like 20 centimeters between the sink and my leg, so there is not that much space to take the shower, and if you put the curtain here, then it goes down here. Yeah, that is way too tight. Maybe we'll even do like couple curtains, like 1 curtain and 1 smaller curtain. So the bigger one can just go on the door, and then maybe here, and the smaller can just go from here to here. I don't know, that is, or maybe just the big one and just cut the one piece a little bit smaller, so the curtain is not rolling up and going like one big pile in this area what is lifted. But yeah, this is really tiny area right now. And if you think like, yeah, you need to wash the hands, we have the sink here. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense that we have the big faucet and sink here. And yes, there is the cables and toilet paper here, but the cables are just basically stapled to the wall. And I can even change the location of this lamp switch, like somewhere like here. So the cables go behind the mirror and you don't see the cables, and it's basically, if the curtain comes here, then it's behind the curtain. Of course the light is also behind the curtain, but still, like, better than nothing, I think. Like, I don't know, I want to dismantle the stuff and make this like perfect solution for us, but I don't know if my dad agrees. Same goes with this one. This is pretty heavy, this is pretty useless for us. Yeah, there is the doors and so on, but if you put the stuff behind here, when this is like facing here, we have also one mount missing. There will be like plastic like that, so we cannot even use this like as the doors. But yeah, if you put the stuff behind here, then it's moving all the way here. There is nothing keeping those in the just behind that door what you are opening and putting the stuff. Also, that front thing is weight is about 10 kilograms or something. That is really beefy boy. And I was thinking like taking that away. We did take that away from the old Solifer and then just make like some 10 centimeter wood piece like list or lip here and paint that as gray or something, and it goes all the way from the edge to edge. So if you put your backpack here or anything like that, then it's not like coming down that easily. Demo curtains look fine. So there is the silicone. Don't say that there is something at the end. Oh yeah, there is. It has good amount of glue coming out from the other side, so I'm happy with that. Like I did say, that I can just basically come here tomorrow and make like one round. I need to take the silicone away. Apply. Silicone away and then just applying one more round around it. Glue stuff like back and forward. I press it hard to the seam and just move it back and forward, back and forward. It's not the prettiest job, but it gets the glue a little bit under there. And when it's dried up, we can just clean that little bit, make the outer layer. Like that. And when everything is dried up, you can clean everything leftovers. So the old charger is here, or stereos are here, and all the blue gray plastics are here from the right side. So I did 3D print like plastic washers in every hole, and then I fill that with the super glue or super hard epoxy. And then I'm just sanding those down and painting this with the black bumper paint. And this is the air vent grill on the back window, the air window or the vent window, so to say. So there is plastic primer right now, and then I'm just let it dry for tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'm going to paint this with the black bumper paint. It's little bit, it's not like that hard what is the standard paint, so, and it's for the plastic pieces.